I work with my brothers, and anytime anyone learns this, they're guaranteed to ask me 2 questions. 1, do you live with each other? And the answer to that is absolutely not. Could you imagine how upset our partners would be? We just live next to each other as neighbors. And the second question is, what's it like to work with your brothers? Let me give you a sneak peek. It's a Tuesday afternoon. The bank has just changed its policy on its risk. They've just called the loan. We don't know how we're going to make payroll. We are personally guaranteed to what is literally a lifetime of debt. So we had a tough decision to make. We lay off half the team. And suddenly, it's just the 3 of us in the room. It was one of those moments where it stops being about one thing and it starts being about everything. The air gets heavy, the words get sharp. And for a moment, I look over at my brothers and I think, how did we get here? Let me come back to that moment. I've been running Brevitē with my 2 brothers, Dylan and Elliot, for the last 12 years. We create bags for photographers and creators. We actually got our start as students out of the Fordham Foundry. We have sold tens of millions of dollars of bags. We have millions of followers online. I have won every entrepreneurial and design award we can dream of. To date, we have 0 investors. And honestly, our greatest achievement of all, we have a very proud mom. Not everybody gets to build something with their best friends. But a co-founder relationship is like a marriage. The business is what binds you. My brother Elliot turned to me one day when we were having a disagreement, and he said, that anger we're feeling, that's the trap. And suddenly, we had somewhere to put it. The trap is the misdirected emotions and attention. Burnout does not come from success. It comes from a misalignment of expected outcomes. The trap ensures this by wasting all of your time. The trap is the anxiety and the anger. It's the shiny objects and the distractions. It's the things that feel urgent but aren't actually important. Left unchecked, it'll eat all that you are and all that you ever will be. At any given moment in a company, there's really only 3 to 5 real problems to solve for revenue and profit. Solve those, you unlock everything. The trap ensures that you never do. There are 3 main kinds of traps. You're probably one of them. I'm all 3. The first trap is the martyr. They wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. In the early days, I was in graduate school and I was building Brevitē. I would take calls during lectures. I would be answering emails during class. And for that period, it was absolutely necessary. It was the only way to survive. But that season ended, and I didn't notice. The stress had made my autoimmune disease so bad that I was down to only 10 foods I could eat. 10. Here is the difference between those who have work-life balance and those who do not. It is not talent. It is not discipline. It is the ability to say no. What got us here will not get us there. So now, I protect my mornings, and I only work in my zone of genius because I want to show up as the best version of myself for my fiance, for my family, and now 3rd on the list, my company. The second trap is the magpie. A magpie is a bird that is irresistibly drawn to shiny objects, pebbles, bottle caps, anything that catches the sun's light. It doesn't matter whether the bird wants it or even needs it. If it glints, the magpie stops. We all have a little magpie inside of us. And in business, there are endless shiny pebbles. New products, new markets, new opportunities that just feel different and unique enough from what you're currently working on to feel like the answer. The magpie isn't lazy, and that's what makes this trap so dangerous. The magpie can see opportunity everywhere. But attention is finite, and the world is designed to steal it. I know this trap too well. At some point, I stopped designing, the one thing I was put on this earth to do. I started pursuing what I thought success looked like. Titles, headcount, meetings about meetings. And slowly, quietly, I was pulled away from the thing that actually lit me up. That's the magpie trap. Sometimes it looks exactly like success. So I did something about it. I dropped everything. I moved to Vietnam to live at the factory for a month. No meetings, no org chart, just product. And you know what? Nothing stopped. And frankly, the business was better for it. So now my goal is simple. I design one thing a day, every day. That's it, because that's all that matters. The third trap is the pressure cooker. The bigger the numbers, the higher the heat. And the higher the heat, the harder it is to see clearly. Over 2 years, we produced over 3,000 videos. 3 a day, every day. We had millions of followers and generated billions of views. By every metric, it was working. But slowly, we began to lose our voice as we chased the algorithm. And suddenly, a thing that we built a decade building, we didn't recognize. I didn't know how to design for it, and my brother Dylan didn't know how to sell to it. The pressure cooker doesn't make you any less capable. It narrows your vision exactly when you need it the widest. So what do? We slowed down. We looked at our core customer, and we did the things that mattered to us. Here are the results. Last month, we launched a Kickstarter. In 2 hours, we hit our goal of $20,000. In 24, we hit 40,000. That is as much as it took us an entire month to raise on our very first Kickstarter. 3 archetypes, 3 traps. If you're honest with yourself, you're probably one of them. Here's what I learned after 12 years of building. The trap isn't just your enemy. It's also your compass. Growing up, I always loved to tinker. Building go-karts, making traps in the backyard, going to invention conventions. I wanted to be an inventor. I was put on this earth to design product. It feels less like a job and more like a calling. Dylan can sell ice to an Eskimo. We call him our golden goose. And Elliot rallies the people. He walks into the room and everyone wants to follow. When we looked at the trap, it became so obvious that we were not operating inside our zones of genius. So now, we aggressively protect those zones. I design, Dylan sells, Elliot rallies. But let me be very clear. This is not about staying in your lane or playing it safe. Apathy is its own version of the trap. This is about throwing yourself head first into what you were put on this earth to do. So, how does this work for you guys? Number 1, you guys got to know your 3. Where are you guys going, and what are the 3 non-negotiable items to get there? Because when the trap comes for you, and it will, this is your way out. Number 2, you need to name it. When you feel the anxiety, the anger, the pull of the shiny object, it's the trap. And 3, you have to do the real hard work. The real hard work is the emotional work. It's the difficult conversations you've been avoiding. It's booking that trip out to Asia. It's going to the trade shows that you don't want to go to. Great is the enemy of good. You don't need the perfect answer. You just need motion. The bank had just called our loan. We were personally guaranteed to all the debt. We had just laid off half our team. I don't know what started the argument, but I remember when all three of us began to look at the trap. Shortly after, we received our largest PO ever, over $1 million, for a product I had designed. The kid who just wanted to be an inventor. We learned to laugh again, and if you've ever been through something difficult with someone you love, you know exactly what I'm saying. The trap isn't just a business concept. It's in your relationships, your health, your daily decisions. It is everywhere, and everything you could ever want is on the other side of it. My wise father always said, "Don't fight each other, fight the world." After 12 years of building, I finally understand what he means. The next time you feel the anger rising, the anxiety creeping up, the pull of the shiny objects, pause. It's the trap. And now you know the way out. Thank you.